Welcome to the AFR Saints channel, where we provide you daily content on your favorite team, the New Orleans Saints. Do us a favor and hit that subscribe button. Be sure to leave your comments below and smash that like button. Who dat? Updated Saints injury report is out for the Week 18, the first ever Week 18 in NFL history. Saints are in Atlanta with a ton on the line. Saints need to win. By now you know this. They need to win, and they need a 49ers loss to punch their ticket to the playoffs. We are all very, very hopeful that the Saints are going to get some help on the offensive side of the ball. First injury report came out yesterday. Some pretty good news with Ramczyk as a limited participant. Same with Mark Ingram and Tre'Quan Smith and Ty Montgomery. And not much change today. The disappointing news: Armstead, Davenport, Roby, P.J. Williams, all for the second consecutive day, did not practice. Tre'Quan Smith, Ryan Ramczyk, Ty Montgomery, all limited Wednesday, limited again on Thursday, but practicing. The one change is Mark Ingram, who was limited Wednesday and then did not practice on Thursday with that knee injury. Yes, you would love to see Mark Ingram back. To give some relief to Alvin Kamara, another weapon offensively, another option offensively. But if you get Tre'Quan and Ty Montgomery back, coupled with an emerging Marquez Callaway and a returning Deontay Harris, who returned last week, you have more viable options in the pass game with those guys. And yes, the potential of having Eric McCoy back at center this week and Ryan Ramczyk back at right tackle for the first time in nearly 2 months is intriguing. You're going to need those guys in place, or it certainly would help to have those guys in place as you go into this game that you absolutely have to have. I mean, you lose this game, your season's over. You need to win and get some help, and if you get all these guys back, that certainly is a massive boost moving forward. Taysom Hill, when he met with the media, talked about the importance of this, number 2, talked about the importance of this game for this team, stating the obvious.
I guess it is a unique feeling in that sense that it's a regular season, but we've been in these games before. And obviously last week was a must-win situation. We treated that week like it was a playoff game, and this week has more of a playoff feel for us, knowing that, man, if we don't win, we're for sure going home. So the mindset is the same.
So it's interesting. I really like what the NFL has done. It's just very smart. I mean, that we can say whatever we want about the league office and Goodell and sometimes, but they are very keenly aware of how they schedule games and what, even at the beginning of the season, when they very strategically look at primetime matchups and how to set it. Like, for example, this year, the Bucs at the Patriots. We had Brady going back to New England, and they looked at the fact that he was going to break the all-time passing record, so they did it on Sunday night with Brady going back to New England. I mean, it was just, they're very smart about that when they see those matchups and how to piece it together. And similarly here, where this weekend, there's going to be a lot of scoreboard watching. If, for example, if you're the Saints and you're playing at 3:25, but the Niners won and you're out, well, then do you really have incentive to play? So the NFL has both the Saints Falcons and the Rams Niners at the same time at 3:25 in the afternoon. So you have to go play it out. And they asked Taysom Hill if the team's going to be scoreboard watching during the game.
Look, we're approaching this game like it's a playoff game for sure, and that's what we can control. Now, I'd be lying if I said I wouldn't be peeking at the scoreboards when they come across on Sunday to see what that score is. So look, everyone will be aware of it, and we're aware of the situation and what needs to happen. But that will not distract anybody from doing what we have to do to put our best foot forward on the field and do everything we can to get this win.
Taysom Hill, who is 6-2 as a starter. I know that's something that's oft discussed, but it's also completely lacking context if you just award Taysom Hill a record without looking at the context around it, which includes a 9-0 win where you didn't score a touchdown, or a win last year on the road in Denver against a team who was playing a practice squad receiver at quarterback. So context matters, and those conversations will be had in the offseason. But the truth is, the undeniable truth, when you look at this Saints offense. I mean, if there's been a cornerstone of the Sean Payton era in New Orleans, it's Peyton Breeze and the ability to affect the passing game and to be transformational in the passing game. It's what Sean Payton loves to do. It's what he wants to do, is to throw the football and affect the defense in so many ways. And this is a Saints team, though, that is near the bottom of the NFL in passing offense. So they asked Taysom Hill about Sean Payton changing his philosophy, which has become more defensive-minded, running the football to win games.
I think one of the things that, to me, and I don't have a lot of experience and exposure to coaches in other franchises throughout the league, but I think one of the things that really separates Coach and his staff is they know their personnel, they know their strengths, they know their weaknesses, and they coach to our personnel. And I think every week, starting at the beginning of the week, they have a clear idea of what it's going to take to win each football game. And we talk about that from the start of the week. Here's the deal. This is what we're going to do. And this is a game where this many points might win the game, or we might need to score more points this game. But he puts, guys in the right situations. He calls the games that are for the right game, and I think this season, more than any other season that I've been a part of, you can see that. And we've had so much personnel change, and man, those guys just continue to change and stay up later and later to make sure that they put guys in the right spot and they figure out the best way to win each game.
188 yards a game passing. 188. 188 a game is 31st in the NFL. The only team that has thrown the ball less effectively than the New Orleans Saints is the Chicago Bears. And that's a poop show. We all know that. It's amazing what Sean Payton's done, which is why you're starting to hear chatter about this maybe being Payton's best coaching job ever, which I would argue it is. We talked about it earlier this week with Larry Holder. And yes, Super Bowl year. I don't think the Super Bowl team was the best or most talented roster the Saints had. I think that was 2011. That was the most dominant team the Saints ever had, and unfortunately it ended the way it did in San Francisco. But Mike Triplett, who's going to be with us later in the show, has a piece up right now at ESPN.com. I'd highly recommend that you read it. It's essentially saying this. He said, why 8-8 ranks among Sean Payton's top achievements for Sean Payton and the New Orleans Saints coaches. Get to ESPN.com and you can read it. And he lists a litany of the reasons why. I mean, when you look at Drew Brees retiring, shaving $111 million off the salary cap, being displaced for a month because of Ida, playing a home game against Green Bay and Jacksonville, no Michael Thomas or Will Lutz all year, Jameis Winston's torn ACL, an NFL record 58 different starters used this season. Let me say that again, an NFL record 58 different starters used this season. That doesn't even include the 4 kickers that they've used. To have gone through that much attrition and to be in a spot going into Week 18 where you win and get a smidge of help, you're in the playoffs, it's stunning. It's the best coaching job I've seen from Sean Payton. He's not going to win Coach of the Year because, as we've seen with Aaron Rodgers this week, reporters are lazy and have agendas most of the time. Or let me not say most of the time. A lot of the time. One or the two. And that's going to preclude Sean Payton from winning this because reporters will just default and vote for coach of the team with the best record, whoever that is at the end. Maybe it'll be Matt LaFleur. Maybe it'll be Andy Reid. We'll see. But it's not going to be Sean Payton. But it should be Sean Payton because he has done the best job in the NFL this year, having this team on the doorstep of the playoffs. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact. And be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.